The dish project started in around 2004 or 2005 at Sustainable Concordia. And it was a project that was started from a specific working group that was working around waste. This working group was called R4, which stands for Reduce, Reuse, Recycle, Rethink. So they had many different projects, and the dish project was a project that emerged from that working group. And at that time, it was completely volunteer run, which meant that it had a pretty limited capacity in terms of like what it was able to provide to the community in terms of dishes. And it evolved pretty slowly until about 2014. So there were some years where the service didn't operate at all, and others like where there was a lot of people involved and it worked really well. In 2014, Sustainable Concordia decided to hire a coordinator for the project in order to kind of smooth out its operations and like the processes for renting dishes. Since then, we've really been able, since there's been one person kind of a little bit more in charge of things, it's made it a lot easier for us to increase our capacity and like really smooth out how groups rent dishes on campus, and generally just make our service more accessible than it was, from the period of like 2005 to 2012 or 13. So that's basically the biggest event that's happened. It's also changed the relationship, I think, with volunteers. And it's only now that we're really trying to get volunteers more involved with other activities in the project besides just facilitating dish rentals. So volunteers are now involved in like the strategic planning of the project and like developing policies and doing outreach and developing a business plan for the project and those types of things.